Hey everyone, welcome back again to Joe's Vinyl Collection channel for another great episode for you guys. Review series, probably. Probably. I, I believe so. Episode number 15. Well, for this unique episode for today, guys, we're going with the review, which is particularly not going to be anything profounding of vinyl records, no CDs, no cassette tapes, unfortunately, no 8 tracks, so on and so forth. So, what kind of review am I doing today? As you all seen yesterday, I put on my community post page on my channel regarding a new acquisition purchase that came in my hands just yesterday. Well, that acquisition purchase in my collection for Elvis Presley's collection is this fantastic, phenomenal book called At the Madison Square Garden Elvis. Well, take a look. The book looks like in a fantastic, awesome shape, as you all can see. The spine itself, it looks pretty great intact. Very minimal wear on the spine from this edge. But then when you look kind of over here a little bit on the side, you see kind of a little bit discoloration. But that doesn't hurt the book. It doesn't hurt really that much of the whole concept. Even with this a little bit of a bang that it was, I kind of a little bit hit it with the black magic marker. Kind of like dissipated the whole thing away. The corners do look pretty much as it would, being in the shelf for about quite a few years, probably about 6 years, because this book came out 2017 and is out of print, and you cannot really find this book. Now, I know most of you do know that this book does go a lot of money. I seen from eBay recently on, I think somebody from Germany was selling for about $1,100. Crazy money, right? And then I seen some other prices that were sold, I think about $600, $800 from Discogs. And even on Discogs, I see somebody also listing close to about $1,000 as well. Yeah. How much do you think I got this book for? Well, I'll tell you one thing. Nowhere near close, $600, $700, $800. Nowhere near around $500, $400, and probably not even $300. So if you like, guys, do me a favor. Leave a comment below this video and let me know your thoughts, how much I actually paid for this book. Because I would like to get your feedback, to see what your take, how much I actually paid for this. So I'm telling you again, nowhere near close of $1,000, $800, $700, $600. Nowhere near close. And definitely not even $500, $400, or maybe not even $300. So leave your comments, thoughts below, and let's get to it right away. This fantastic book was written by, his name is Paul Gerland, as you can see. He was a fan and from a fan club from Norway, and he was anticipating to have met Elvis, and he was determined to meet Elvis. So from this book is the perspective of his view, as well as Elvis's backstage interviews and his 4 concerts. Now, as we all know, he had 4 fantastic concerts in 3-day stint. Originally, what I believe it was only 2-day stint with 3 concerts. That would have been June 9th for the evening show at 8:30, and then 2 shows that were on Saturday, June 10th. That would have been the afternoon show at 2:30 and then the evening show at 8:30. But because of demand and because so much of people anticipating for this concert to actually happen in New York, they actually added another concert in just quite some time on the Sunday, June 11th for afternoon show, which were all 4 sellouts. I mean, they were all sellouts. 20,000 capacity, I believe it was, in Madison Square Garden. Probably even more, who knows? They've had people probably standing and enjoying the show. I mean, people were already buying these tickets back in May. I think it was somewhere around May, beginning of May. Lines were like stretching out like blocks and blocks away. So, let's take a look at some of these pages from this fantastic book. As you all can see, here is Phil Gilmer, pictured on June. Phil Gilmer, that was pictured June 11th, 1972, outside the Garden before Elvis's 4th and final show. As you can see, right there. Awesome. As well as, if I could just get this page just all like sorted out over here. So it said here, my agenda was clear. I was going to do everything in my power to meet Elvis. And that was by Paul Gerland. So they were from basically, like I said again, from Norway. And they arrived to New York. Particularly, award was special because it was recognized that Elvis has sold more than 1,300,000 records in Norway. So that was a record breaking back then with, like third of the country's population owned an Elvis disc. So that's pretty awesome. I mean, just think about it. Population of Norway just almost as a third of the owning almost all Elvis's records at that time. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Then you would go on with all the insights and all the logs that was written from Elvis's basically at the Hilton around 5 o'clock on June 9th for the interview. It all started off with Elvis saying, "Hello, thank you very much. How are you? Would you like me to sit down?" Of course, news reporter, everybody says, "Yeah, go, baby, whatever, like that." And then he says, "First of all, I plead all innocence of all charges. Okay, all right, okay." He goes on. Just being humorous himself. And that's the beauty that we all enjoyed about him. His gracious, I don't know, his charisma, his attitude, the way he presented, and the love and gestures and all what he has shown out there. That's the beauty about it. And that's why we as Elvis fans, including myself as a young Elvis fan, even though I'm 36, I'm still young, I'm still learning, because there's a lot of things that are insights, information that we all can learn. None of us is like 100%. I'm probably not even 50%, put it this way. So whatever information I'm trying to give to you guys, I try to do an aspect of acknowledging that I do have some faults probably, but at the same time, I do read upon books, information from online, other channels as well, especially let's say like from Ed from the King's Court. I have learned a lot tremendously throughout the past couple of years just watching through his channels. And I'm really appreciating, grateful, and thankful. So Ed, thank you so much. And to all other Elvis's channels out there as well. There are so many out there, I can't even name it. So I'll leave it at that. So basically then we go on, and then I think it starts over here. Oh yeah, look at that. Even the color photos you get print. I mean, their quality is superb from FTD, which will be stated for Follow That Dream label. To Europe, I think that was in Holland somewhere, I think, produced by, if I'm not mistaken. And then, of course, you get the backstage. You get also news articles, basically. You get news articles from the time that was printed from either from New York or from all over. So here's Elvis in the backstage, getting presented some awards, acknowledgement for his records. And some of them were given, I think it was Norwegian Platinum Award. Yes, it is. It's right here. So Julie Allen dominates a picture of Pal presenting Elvis with the Norwegian Platinum Award. As you can see, it's right here. He's presenting that record right there to Elvis. Great stuff. I mean, Elvis just being himself, charming and enthusiast, along with everybody else, all his fans throughout as well. Picture here as well as what is this? Backstage conference, signed the photograph by Paul Gerland, added the greetings to the Norwich fans as well. And this picture right here was taken actually October 10th, 1962, shows Elvis being presented with silver disc Norwegian beauty, Ellen Anderson. So basically, this was the last time he was actually presented by Norwegian disc right there, 1962. And this is the backstage of 1972 right there with his fans. Great stuff. Now, where do we start off from? We're starting off with the showtime at June 9th, the evening show at 8:30 Madison Square Garden. One of the phenomenal, I believe, as well on this show. Audience cap size of 20,000, probably even plus. All, like I said, the shows were sellouts, 4 concerts sellouts. As you can see here, Elvis with his famous guitar, nice guitar. As well as, I do love this jumpsuit as well. He has like that rhinestone along with that gold scarf, I believe it was. If I'm not mistaken, this was also picture that was used on the Madison Square Garden release, recorded at the Madison Square Garden from his album, basically. So you got fantastic photos, and I could go through it, if I could go through it here with you guys. So let's go through it. Some of them, it's very difficult for me to hold this in the book in a position, so I could go a little bit through it with you guys. Yeah, check that out. You got it over here, nice stuff. Plus the book is a little bit on the heavy side, so it's a hardcover book, along with pictures, newspaper articles, as you can see. What else did I get? Yeah, right here. So what we got right here says David Bowie as well meets Elvis at the Garden. This is his first concert that he actually met as well. David Bowie sees Elvis at the Madison Square Garden. I'm not sure if he actually met him, but he did go to the concert as well to watch Elvis sing. So that's pretty awesome. David Bowie as well, he has tremendous great songs as well that I enjoyed thoroughly. Great materials. Here's more of Elvis from June 9th. Now we're going to June 10th, the afternoon show, which is one of my favorites as well. His jumpsuit. I just wish that he wore this jumpsuit quite some time more, after the New York City that he had. I'm not sure if this actually was before or was this the first time he actually wore, but I believe somewhere along the line he did wear this jumpsuit once more, and that's it. That's what I actually got a nudge of. Here's Elvis again with the wonderful guitar holding. As you can see, great stuff. Nice, as you said, nice. Another fantastic photos of Elvis in color. Like I've said again, FTD, amazing, wonderful job. Even recently I got these other two books from FTD. Their in-depth insight, colorization is just amazing. I enjoy it thoroughly, and I'm pretty sure if you guys could just get maybe at least one hand in your book, you enjoy it. Any kind of FTD book that inside. But definitely with this book, it's very hard to come by, and yes, the price for this book is just tremendous. And I'm very fortunate to actually got the price that I actually paid for. So that's going to sum up basically for the afternoon show. Now we're going to the evening show. So here's the evening show, June 10th. Madison Square Garden, as you can see. Elvis. Fantastic suit. I think this is the one with the red scarf that he wore. And then I believe he actually wore the same jumpsuit on the next day for his last and final fourth concert in New York City. Let me see if I can just get a good picture. Yes, here we go. Some great pictures for you guys. Awesome stuff. Take a look. Let's see. Now we're going to jump up to the last concert as well, the Showtime of June 11th. As you can see, this is the last one. That was on the afternoon show at 2:30 at the Big Apple. Big Apple, guys. It was the Big Apple. The moment that Elvis actually came back, almost I think 16, 17 years later, from 1956, the last time he was in New York City, to actually present himself and just be like a total sellout, to just put a name on himself. And tremendously, to be honest, I wish he did make a little bit more in Madison Square Garden, even though he was in like Uniondale. He was in Nassau Coliseum many times as well, which I know for a fact, Ed from the King's Court, his parents were in the fan club of the King's Court fan club, which I'm really, really grateful that, all their, memorabilias and all their historical concept of actually, how can I say, grabbing all that. And we as Elvis fans, just to get the initiative, just a little piece of the history to put in the books and soak it in. I just believe it's just a blessing, what I mean? And again, I thank both Angela and I believe it's Richard Hess for them actually being and presenting, like from Ed. Ed is the one that actually put it out to all of us. Some fantastic recordings, pictures, memorabilia from the fan club. And as well, I just listened to the other day again, I think it was the June 11th, the last show that was recorded by, from the Angelus tapes. I mean, from the fans' point of view, it's always more amazing just to hear, how much excitement, how much energy you have born in the crowd. That's what you want to hear, I mean, to at least experience some sort. So again, thank you, Ed, and to his parents as well. I wish you guys always the best and the blessings to each and one of you that actually have, brought us the joy to actually hearing. So that is amazing. And I'm just going to sum it up with this book. This is one of my favorite concerts that I enjoyed thoroughly. And one of his favorite jumpsuit as well. In this book, you also do get a disc that is a fan audience recording. It's right here. As you can see, it's from the June 9th show right here, the evening show. The disc is just basically just as it is. It just says Elvis Madison Square Garden right here in the black. And it's also in a decent shape, as you can see. Yeah, no wears, no nothing. So, how much you think I actually paid for this book? Leave your thoughts below the comment on this video, and I'll get back to you. And I'll tell you if you're close or just about right. So, again, each and one of you all, I appreciate for you stopping by, and to my new subscribers that actually subscribe to my channel, thank you so much for subscribing. As always, I'm trying to do my best. We're not perfect, especially myself. I do try to get insights from every other aspects, from reading articles, books, and even from other Elvis's channels out there. So I appreciate each one of you as my viewers, my subscribers, for holding on and anticipating. And I also do want to mention that I had to delete a few of my videos that I didn't even realize until just last night. I was going through I got over 800 videos I had. So there's no time for me to actually go back to look at everything. But I did do it last night, and I found out that some of my videos that were copyright claimed ended up being totally blocked. Thanks God, it was totally blocked by not being striked. But I did remove those rest of those videos. I think it was about 8-10 videos I removed. None of them were actually Elvis. It was more of the other various artists that I put out there for you guys. So I do apologize. And again, I appreciate each and one of you. I hope you all have a blessed and a wonderful day. Take care, be safe, and be well.